Okay, so picture this, right? It's one of those nights, pouring rain, you've got groceries, takeout, the works,
Hmm.
and your phone's buried somewhere in your bag. But you still manage to unlock your front door with, like, a tap.
Yeah, that's the dream with these smart locks these days.
Totally. And today we're going deep on one that has it all, the Schlage Encode. Specifically, the one with that sleek, matte black Sentry trim. Sharp-looking lock.
Schlage knows what they're doing, that's for sure. They've been the name in locks for, what, 100 years? Something like that?
They wouldn't still be around if they didn't, right? And the thing that grabbed me right away, built-in Wi-Fi, none of that hub nonsense that other locks need.
Oh, I'm with you there. It's so much cleaner, not needing another gadget cluttering up your router.
Exactly. And with the Encode, you just use their app, the Schlage Home app, and you can manage access for a ton of people. Up to 100, can you believe that?
That's wild. You could practically run a small business out of your house and give everyone their own code.
Right. Airbnb guests, dog walkers, that one neighbor who always loses their key. The possibilities are kind of endless.
See, and that's the real beauty of having that Wi-Fi built right in. It's convenient. It just works. Download the app, connect the lock, boom, you're in control.
So convenience, check. But let's get real for a second, because handing the keys to my digital life over to a lock, that takes some serious trust. How secure is this thing, really?
You are speaking my language. And that's the thing with Schlage, right? They didn't just slap some tech on a door and call it a day. The encryption they use is top-notch, and it's got that BHMA AAA certification.
Okay, break that down for me. BHMA, that's...
So the BHMA, that's the Builders Hardware Manufacturers Association, and their AAA rating. That's as good as it gets for residential locks. They run these locks through the ringer, testing for everything from forced entry to picking resistance.
Oh, wow. So they're really trying to break these things.
Oh, yeah. And they look at the lock's finish, too, how well it holds up over time. They don't mess around. Basically, this thing is designed to last and keep those unwanted visitors out.
Okay, now that is reassuring to hear.
Yeah.
But let's get practical for a minute, right? Everyday stuff. Battery life. How often are we talking about replacing those?
Right, of course, because what good is a smart lock if it's always dead? Well, thankfully, the Encode's got pretty impressive battery life. Plus, you get those low battery alerts right in the app. No surprises there.
Smart. Okay, but let's say the worst happens. Phone's dead, no battery warning. Am I stuck out in the rain with my groceries?
That's the thing. They've got you covered. Even if your phone's dead, you're not out of luck. You've got options, keyless entry codes, or good old-fashioned physical key.
Yeah.
You know, just in case.
Okay, good to know, good to know. So I think the real question here is, how does the Encode compare? There are a ton of smart locks out there.
You're telling me it's a crowded market.
It really is.
But the Encode's got a few things going for it that really set it apart. I mean, for starters, there's that direct Wi-Fi connection we talked about. No need for a separate hub, which honestly is a major plus for most people. Easy to install, easy to use. Plus, you've got Schlage's reputation behind it.
It's like the best of both worlds, you know? That old school reliability, but with all the modern tech. It's like having a bodyguard for your door, who also happens to be a tech whiz. And speaking of, like, think about the possibilities here. Letting a plumber in when you're at work, giving a temporary code to a friend who's checking in on your cat. It just makes life easier.
Exactly. And this is all part of something bigger, right? This whole smart home thing that's really starting to take off. The Encode, it plays well with other systems, Alexa, Google Assistant. So you can start automating things, integrating it into your daily routines. We're talking about a future where your house basically anticipates your needs, even when it comes to security.
That's the future I want to live in.
Yeah.
So to wrap this up, it sounds like we've got style, we've got security, we've got convenience. The Schlage Encode really does seem like it checks all the boxes.
It's hard to argue with that. They've really thought of everything.
They really have. Makes you wonder, in this age where everything's connected, how much is that peace of mind worth? That feeling of knowing your home is really secure.
That's a big question a lot of people are asking these days. And honestly, the Schlage Encode is a perfect example of how companies are using technology to answer it. It's not just about protecting our stuff anymore. It's about that feeling, that sense of security in an increasing